We're going to head and get started with the afternoon session of the North Texas Climate Symposium. So I'd like to introduce Dr. Park. He is an assistant professor with the Civil Engineering Department at the University of Texas at Arlington. His main focus is talking about retrofitting and regenerative design in North Texas. He's going to do a fireside chat, a lightning round on the latest research that he and his team has done related to this topic, to our overall theme of climate resilience. So please welcome me, or help me welcome Dr. Park for his presentation for this next session.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the great introduction. So my name is Jun Park. I'm an assistant professor at University of Texas at Arlington. So today I'm going to talking about the citizen building scientists, kind of new concept that my research team discovered. And more precisely, I'll talking about the opportunities and challenges of citizen engagement in building retrofit. So a little bit about me. I'm assistant professor of civil engineering department. I did my PhD at UT Austin and MSc in Carnegie Mellon. I did some work experience in the UE National Labs, precisely building energy, and also the industry and military sector. I'm currently working with my grad students about the humanized built environment, so several research tasks to work on making the civil infrastructure and built environment more humanization for the comfortable and sustainable and resilient. So today's talk is mainly a question about how do we think about sustainable building retrofit. So if I'm asking this question to the audience, then almost like majority of us kind of interested in this topic, or at least we're knowing what is sustainable building retrofit. But I'm asking this to my family members. I have a wife and 2 kids. And my wife saying, even if I'm doing this field, her interest is more on the aesthetic remodeling. And if I'm asking that question to me, I'm hours and hours can talk. My first daughter, she just learned about energy concept and sustainability concept from her school, so she is interested in. And my second daughter, she just tried to learn speak or English, so she has no idea. So that is about 50%. And that 50% is actually working well statistically. According to the recent survey from Carrier, 49% of U.S. homeowners are aware of the opportunities of the energy retrofit or the home upgrades. And 74% of them do know the information about their HVAC system, at least the age information, when the vintage, basically. We are very much interested in the home upgrades like HGTV, aesthetic remodeling. But if I ask this question about the sustainable building retrofit, that doesn't have that public engagement as compared to the aesthetic remodeling. But I believe that there must be some heroes like citizen building scientists in our neighborhood. In our garage culture, in our garage, we are building furnitures or fixing the bicycles or the equipment, all sort of things going on. Or even we're making great startup companies from the garage. So the garage can be served as everything. So my own belief is this garage, or more on the home in general, us as a general public can be the citizen building scientist who can be reliable or who can knowledgeable on how their building works, and who are very, very interested in upgrading homes, because those are utility bills which we pay monthly. So if we want to save the energy, that means we're saving money. So to answer this question, our research team started to analyzing the 66 building retrofit programs in the United States, both public and the private sectors. The private sector here means utility companies, and public sector here means federal government or state government. And one of the notable example here is the Washington, D.C.'s DIY home energy audit. Basically, we can download the DIY home energy audit, which is a guideline that general public can download and do audit their homes energy performance by themselves, which is a very, very informative. And also giving the knowledges that the people can do, having their ownership on their house. We also check it out the social media and Reddit and subreddit post called, or subreddit channel called Home Improvement. And this subreddit channel Home Improvement has about 1.9 million like weekly efforts or contributions, and 7K like active users in this field. So they are posting their questions about home retrofit or home upgrades, and people are answering those questions. And very active subreddit group. Even I am kind of checking this subreddit whenever I have a question about my home. Check it out, those subreddit group, and do some text mining analysis. People talking about the space conditioning, about like 3,964 comments on 51 posts. And water heater also very hot topic. And people are also very like number of comments by post. The windows and doors, how to improve the windows and doors. Those are the hot topics. And notably, people also talking very much about the lighting and also the electrical upgrades for like their interest, or they want to engage the home improvement. So if I'm mapping these social media analysis and the 66 building retrofit programs, the key is this. We have to make some sort of DIY solutions and providing some educational. And if we provide enough educational resources to the citizens, then they can do DIY on at least auditing their home. All right, so our research team tried to, having a hint from those DIY and education, and we designed a board game to better understand the public perception on the building retrofit. So I'm a personally like big fan of a game called Civilization. It's quite old game, like kind of SimCity's ancestor. And the creator of this Civilization game, Sid Meier, saying, a game is a series of interesting decisions. A game is a simplified representation of reality. So as a researcher, I want to like giving tons of money to their citizens and then see how they are thinking about the building retrofit. But those kind of research funding agency, it's really hard to find. So instead of that, we make a game and then providing the game environment to citizens, and then let them play the game and see how they may play the game to understand their perception about the building retrofits in a simulated world. So this is a game design called Net Zero Home Race, NZHR. So I believe all of us have played a Monopoly before, but it's kind of following the Monopoly style game rule. So people throw the dice and then go to each like tab, and each tab means the retrofit measures. For example, starting from the left bottom corner, if got like 4, then go to the ceiling fan, and it costs 290. You can buy the ceiling fan or not. Even if you have money, you don't have to buy it. But having like 30 years of round, then your goal is try to like minimize your energy consumption or making net zero. And each retrofit measures are referenced by DOE dataset with a localized cost information. And also the player can encounter the random situations by occupant behavior card. So occupant behavior card means those purple area. If you landed on purple area, you pick the card in a center, and then like, for example, hey, you are kind of bad behavior person. You always turn on the light and you off the house. And that means you are really wasting the energy. So those kind of giving the random situations to engage more people thinking about this game is fun. And also heat wave and cold wave situation, you can encounter that too. So I applied this game first in my classroom with my students, used as a teaching materials. And students are grouped into 7 teams to play the game and learn the retrofit. The result is it's hard to catch those things, but the main idea here is everyone had a different strategy to play the game. So they all save energy at the end, like reduction on the energy consumption. And they're, more interestingly, their strategy all different. So it tells us that there is no single solutions to save energy, but everyone has a different perception on the building retrofit and also a different understanding of the building retrofit. So we have to find out the more adaptive solution to people to follow. We also do some the post survey after they play the game, and they all like this game because of course it's a game in the classroom, so they like it. We also ask the question number 6, do you feel that the game gave you a greater degree of insight into how home retrofit decision works? And the answer was quite positive. And really having this positive answers, like our research team, tried to envisioning this one as a broader scale implementation to understand the citizens' decision making in building retrofit. So we put this game into the web-based kind of game platform. So students or people can check out their web addresses and play this game, just clicking the buttons and throw the dice and play the game. So we utilize this one as a gamified survey platform, and we collected the game data from 113 adult participants in the Arlington, Texas. And there were like 1,823 unique in-game decisions from the participants. To understand their like game making or game decision making, we coming up with the 4 different metrics to understand. I'll go into detail, but just the overview: opportunity capture rate, strategic decline rate, capital management score, and efficiency selectivity. The main lesson of analyzing more than 100 people's gameplay, the decision quality really matters. And we are, or the general public, we are not so good at differentiating what is a good measure and bad measures. So this is one of the score called efficiency selectivity, which is a ES. And the mean score of the ES is hovering around the 0. That means like we don't know what is a good measure and bad measure, but we are just purchasing the retrofit when they play the game. The second lesson here is the quantity doesn't matter, but the selection quality matters. So most of the people purchase around the 11 retrofit measures in their in-game play. But even if they're in a same 11 purchasement, depending on the decision quality or depending on what measures they select, some students or some people are achieving 40% of the energy reduction, but some are achieving 20%. They are purchasing exactly same 11 measures. Lastly, it really depending on your early choice. Your final energy saving will differ by the early choice. There's 2 players have a very, very similar dice movement. They encounter almost similar like retrofit measures. But at the end of the day, their energy saving in the last like 15 years or 20 years is different because one did not buy something and one buy something in early decision making. Then I kind of naturally asking this question to the AI. What if like not people, but what if AI play this game? They will win the race or they will save more energy than us. So I try to keep conceptualizing this game as a like decision-making or investment problem where homeowners allocate the limited capital to maximize their long-term housing property values. So basically, making the AI, the algorithm called reinforcement learning, to play this game and save their energy. And the simple answer here is they win the race. They kind of achieve the 26% energy saving compared to the human players. But I don't want to put this one as a competitors against the people, but the reinforcement learning AI agent can be a teamwork to providing the like personalized solutions to the homeowners. So whenever, I also have like a homeowner, and whenever I have a question about what to buy, I actually rely on my neighbors or my own judgment or my wife. But if I'm asking this question to the AI, then AI can provide the personalized or the adaptive solutions that I can follow. So I'm envisioning this game tool as a recommendation tool powered by AI agent to make informed decisions for the homeowners. So here's kind of 3 things. Starting with the sustainable building retrofit, how do we think about that? Then to answer this, our research team designed a board game and then try to collect the data and analyze the data. And it's time to implement this in a wider scale, not limited by the UT Arlington or the Arlington area, but more greater area of Dallas-Fort Worth. So this is like, as an academic institution, we can make so many things. We can create a game, or we can do many other research products. But it's quite hard to reach out to the public sectors to engaging more people to play this game. So we have NZHR game, which is a gamified survey tool, but we need more participants or partners to implement the NZHR in your community. Here's our demo link. You can feel free to check it out. So what can we provide here is tailoring NZHR for your county or city or community, and operating NZHR to collect the game data. Plus, this is a great education resources, and the report to explain how your citizens or your community thinking about the building retrofit. So please contact me via email or talking after my presentation or during this Q&A session. I'm more than happy to explain more details about how this NZHR work. And we really want to have more people to participate this NZHR so that the researchers kind of more addressing these building retrofit problems, tailoring or centering the community. So I would like to thank all the funders of my research and also the students who work under me. And thank you. I'm waiting for any questions that you have.